Twitter has lost a fleet of employees in response to owner Elon Musk's ultimatum to either work harder or leave. It's unclear how many employees have left Twitter, but hundreds were expected to resign. The social media company had already lost staff before the ultimatum, indicating pushback against Musk's rapid platform and corporate changes. Musk had already laid off 7,000 people, nearly half of the company's full-time staff. Let's now bring in tech analyst Carmi Levy into conversation. Carmi, good afternoon and good to see you. What is happening in Twitter? The organization just seems to be imploding as soon as $44 billion were invested in it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what's going on in there. It is a mess, dumpster fire, three-ring circus. Take your pick. Elon Musk has always been kind of the master of chaos. I think we expected this to a certain degree, but the level that we're seeing now, the utter chaos, the lack of control over what's happening day to day, the inability to get the employees who remain to focus on the task at hand, to me is incredibly troubling. He does not seem to have a mission or a vision for those who remain. And what we're hearing from the inside, from Twitter's own Slack channels, from employees who are still there, as well as those who have left, is a company in disarray without any real idea of how it's going to grab itself and get stability once more and move forward. No one seems to know what that long-term vision is.
So, Carmi, tell us a little more about what we know of what's happening. Elon Musk wanted staffers to sign up, which was something like work for long hours at high intensity or leave. We know that some 3,000 people, I think, or so remain at the company, out of which many want to leave because of this ultimatum. Meanwhile, over the weekend, Carmi, we understand doors of the organization will remain shut. Nobody can go in and out of the offices. What's happening?
Well, so he sent that email on Wednesday, essentially giving employees about a day and a half till 5 p.m. Pacific yesterday, a chance to decide whether they were in or whether they were out. Do you ruin your work-life balance and essentially work yourself to the bone so that Elon Musk can save Twitter, or do you take 3-month severance, head for the exit, and then go find another job and have a real life? And as it seems to be, a lot of employees who have literally been rocked for the last 3 weeks, one announcement after another, no one quite knows what's coming. They're almost suffering from the corporate equivalent of whiplash. They essentially said, hey, look, I live in San Francisco or I live in Silicon Valley. There are tech companies all over the place. I've got great skills. I can leave. And so the problem here isn't so much that they're losing a lot of people. They're losing some very key people who are responsible for keeping the lights on. And so the question then becomes are there enough people remaining at Twitter to maintain the infrastructure, to manage content moderation, to even keep the site and the app up if something goes down in a data center? We don't have that answer. And if things start to slow down, get less stable, or if you start seeing more misinformation or disinformation on the platform in the next few days, you'll understand why, because there literally are no more people in the background to fix those things.
Correct. In fact, let me just talk to you about what's trending on social media. People who are following this story closely, let's take a look what they're saying about this entire situation at Twitter. RIP Twitter, hashtag RIP, that is. Hashtag Twitter down. Hashtag goodbye Twitter. That's what people are saying. And this is trending on social media as we speak, Carmi. The big question really is, Twitter, as we know, is not just a platform for people, venting out, etc. It's a platform for very important information coming in from leaders across the world. A platform that right now is being used heavily, for example, with what's happening in Buffalo over the weekend with the entire snowfall, for example. The question being, are we looking at a collapse of sorts? And what happens to the platform in terms of communicating this very important, urgent information?
This is my biggest fear, Akshay, is that we are very close to losing the Twitter that we know and love, the Twitter that has been a force for positive social change, the Twitter that made the difference, that actually made the Arab Spring in 2011 possible, that has made so many revolutions online possible because of the efficiency and speed that it allows us to control communication, to build community globally, and to create those important sort of islands of communication within this overall giant pool. Twitter is an incredibly efficient platform for that kind of thing, and it's incredibly valuable, much more so than its size would suggest. It's not the biggest social media platform out there, not by a long shot, but it's easy to argue that it's the most influential. The fear here is that we're going to lose that there's going to be so much noise on the platform that those groups that valued it the most are going to find somewhere else to go. And so unless Elon Musk finds a way to catch it and bring it back a little bit, maybe dial down the chaos and share some kind of vision of what Twitter 2.0, his term, will look like, then maybe we can get back at least to a semblance of that. But in the absence of that, Akshay, it's hard to see where this ends up.
And what will the alternative be? Is it good old Facebook, or is it going to be LinkedIn? We don't know. But we leave it at that for now. Carmi, you're going to be here. I'm going to be here. We'll have this conversation again. Carmi Levy, tech
I'll
analyst.
be watching closely. Thanks, Akshay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.